Definitely, the White House is trying a little bit to clean up those presidential comments yesterday during a town hall where he was very clearly asked whether the U.S. would defend Taiwan in the case of a Chinese attack. And he said, yes, we have a commitment to that. This morning, the White House trying to walk back those comments by Joe Biden, saying Biden was not announcing any change in policy. They insisted that the U.S. relationship towards Taiwan is based on the Taiwan Relations Act, which means that there is a continuous support from the U.S. For Taiwan's right to defend itself, and that the U.S. continues to oppose any change in the status quo, meaning they're giving a message to China not to act in a way that would change anything regarding Taiwan. So the White House really walking back those comments the same way they did back in August when already Joe Biden had made similar comments about the U.S. defending Taiwan in the case of an attack. And again, at the time, the White House walking back those comments, saying that the president had actually misspoke. So you're really seeing there the administration trying to clean up the words of Joe Biden. This is, of course, the second time already that Joe Biden has made these comments. And as we heard in that report, this has really angered the Chinese authorities because they feel that Joe Biden is sending mixed signals, that the Biden administration is sending mixed signals, and they want to make the U.S. policy very clear. And so what you heard from the Secretary of Defense and what you're hearing from the White House is that nothing has changed from the U.S. point of view.
And Kedem, we heard people talking again a lot in the last 24 hours about the one China policy. Just remind us, what does that actually mean?
Well, it's the recognition, basically, that there is only one Chinese government, and that is the government of Beijing, and that Taiwan, which consider itself as the Republic of China, is not recognized. And for the United States, that dates back to about 4 decades from the late 70s under Jimmy Carter, when the United States formally recognized the People's Republic of China, the Beijing government, and at the same time, as a result, severed all diplomatic ties with Taiwan. That said, I mentioned the Taiwan Relations Act. That was signed pretty much at the same time, and that act recognized the United States relations, whether they're economic relations, cultural relations, and very importantly, military relations, and that support of the United States for Taiwan's right to defend itself. And these policies have led to something that is known as the strategic ambiguity policy of the United States towards Taiwan. They don't really have direct diplomatic ties, but they do have robust relations with Taiwan. They support its right to defend itself, but that strategic ambiguity is to continue to tread the line very lightly and to never say that they would intervene in the case of an attack from China on Taiwan, which is exactly what the words of Joe Biden yesterday sort of meant. And that is why it's causing a lot of controversy, because he's basically throwing out that strategic ambiguity, which has allowed the United States to maintain those diplomatic ties with China while at the same time having robust relations with Taiwan.
Okay, well, thank you very much indeed for bringing us up to speed on all of that. Our DC correspondent, Kedevan Gorjestani, thank you.